So, Darce, has it been like all bad since you've been home?
It's not been great, just been really trying to tolerate each other. It's not been easy. So we came home from Bulgaria, rent was due as usual, but he was kind of hesitant to give me his half. He wasn't responding to my messages, or I was trying to communicate about it with him, because now he wants half the money back for Bulgaria.
What?
Yes.
The 90-day fiancé drama has followed Darcey Silva and Georgi Rusev home from their trip to Bulgaria. Now, the conflict hits closer to home, as it has to do with the couple's finances. It's a storyline that the TLC darlings have previously explored on their many seasons within the franchise. However, Darcey revealed some specifics about their financial situation. As always, Darcey's twin sister Stacy Silva was on hand to get an earful. The duo were cast on the latest season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, and the show is exploring their dynamics as a married couple of 2 years. It's not been great, just been really trying to tolerate each other, Darcey told Stacy during a sneak peek of next week's episode, courtesy of Us Weekly. It's not been easy. It turns out that Georgi was hesitant to pay half of their rent upon returning to the United States, and he was not responding to Darcey's messages. I was trying to communicate about it with him because now he wants half the money back for Bulgaria, she explained of their recent trip. They celebrated their anniversary with Georgi's family while there. Darcey continued, "It's so not okay because I've always been there for him, providing over the years. I paid the rent. I paid the bill to pay cable, electric, all that stuff, food going out, whatever, traveling. That's not okay. Just be giving and gracious about it." Further, Darcey shared that her father had to get involved to get Georgi to fork over his share. She told her sister, "I had to put Daddy on a group text, just to say, 'Hi Georgi, it's Darcey. Can you please pay your share of the rent? It's due today.' So he did. He actually sent me the money soon after that because he wasn't answering me before that." Darcey continued, "It's kind of embarrassing that I have to include my dad, but I feel like that's the only thing that I could do to, help me kind of nudge him so he can just take action. Whenever I include my dad in a text message, I feel like he does it right away. He doesn't want to disappoint my dad, but he doesn't mind disappointing me. It's becoming habitual to include Mike Silva on such messages, unfortunately. At this point, she can't count on my hand how many times. Clearly it's effective." Georgi Rusev and Darcey Silva traveled to Bulgaria to meet his parents and deepen their relationship. The resulting dinner exposed some issues and tension. Now, the couple are further dissecting their communication issues on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. It was Georgi's first visit back to Bulgaria after 13 years, and he hoped it would go smoothly, so he was quiet and standoffish the morning after. 90 Day Fiancé fans got to see just why he felt so ashamed afterwards during a pillow talk session on the latest episode. And the mid-season trailer indicates trouble in paradise. "You share all the things with my mom on the first day and share all the problems we have," Georgi lamented. "I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus or us into the bus," Darcey answered. "I just want help for us because we're at that phase in our relationship where something needs to give." The fashion designer felt opening up would help her bond and get closer with Georgi's parents. Meanwhile, her husband didn't want them to worry. Darcey asked if that is why Georgi doesn't tell her stuff. He confirmed that he also doesn't want to worry her. "I don't want to look like a failure," he shared. "I mean, they've been in 40 years of marriage because they know how to save the marriage for 40 years. Because if your marriage is a failure, then you are a failure and you don't want to support somebody, especially your parents." Georgi continued, "All of this pressure is on me now. I have to prove that I make the right decision." Darcey supported her man by saying his parents are proud of him. She also offered her help and support. She suggested that they now move towards the future. Darcey explained that both she and Georgi will need to be more open. Meanwhile, the Bulgarian native feels that is hard for him, though he called the plan a good step. "This is the most open that Georgi's been with me in a long time," Darcey said in a confessional interview. "I'll believe that what he's saying is true and that he really wants to open up more." So seeing is believing. It's hard to believe that after all of this time, Darcey Silva is still on TLC crying over men. But in the mid-season trailer for 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, the TLC star is in shambles over Georgi Rusev. Of course, Darcey isn't the only person in distress during the sneak peek. There are so many tears in this clip that it's hard to wrap your head around. Check it out below, and brace yourself for a dramatic conclusion to Season 9. The mid-season trailer starts off feeling relatively upbeat. Darcey and Georgie are in Moldova celebrating their anniversary. She's dolled up in a white dress with a red veil and a flower crown, looking like a Moldovan queen. "We're having a beautiful wedding anniversary party," Darcey says in a confessional. "I think it's going to bring us closer together." Fast forward to the end of the trailer, and Georgie tells her that there is something that has him questioning things. That causes Darcey to lose it. Tears erupt, and it's downhill from there. "I knew it. Why didn't you say this a long time ago?" "I wouldn't have married you," she replied before storming off. "Let me move on." For better or worse, Darcey and Georgie are in good company with their marital woes in Season 9. Elsewhere in the trailer, we see that Julia Trubkina is still clashing with her husband's parents, Betty and Ron Gibbs. Things get so tense at one point, Brandon Gibbs winds up crying on the kitchen floor. "Maybe you do need to go back to Russia," Brandon's mom quipped to Julia in the trailer. Since they met back in 2020, Darcey Silva and Georgie Rusev have been one of the most talked about couples in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Their relationship was first captured in the inaugural season of Darcey and Stacy, a spin-off series that follows Darcey and her twin sister Stacy as they live their lives and navigate their relationships. Despite a 12-year age gap, communication mishaps, trust issues, and a break here and then, Darcey and Georgie tied the knot in 2023. Now, in this season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, the series will follow Darcey and Georgie as the two head back to Georgie's home country of Bulgaria to visit his parents and the rest of his family. "He hadn't been back in 13 years, said Darcey when asked how she felt about being the first woman Georgie introduced to his parents. "When I left my home, I was only 16, added Georgie. "It was an emotional trip for me." Needless to say, the couple took into consideration the fact that Bulgaria is very different from the United States. While Darcey attempted a make-under to fit in better with Georgie's family and community, it was impossible for her to hide who she is. She even got emotional during their first meal with Georgie's parents. "I wasn't trying to make anyone uncomfortable," explained Darcey. "I just wear my heart on my sleeve." Luckily, Georgie's family was accepting of their son's wife. "Everyone to know that I will always have her back. I will always let her know if I see any red flags, just to protect her heart as much as I have always protected my heart. I always appreciate how honest she's always been with me during the last 2 relationships, and I want to do the same for her." Darcey's fans are very excited to see what happens next for her and Stacy. Darcey and Stacy airs on August 16th at 10 p.m. Like 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days' first 2 seasons, the 3rd season follows Americans who started online romantic relationships with overseas partners as they travel overseas hoping to get engaged to someone they have never met in person and then begin the K-1 visa immigration process. Along the way, they'll encounter challenges that include large age gaps, language barriers, cultural issues, and questionable pasts. 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 3 cast is comprised of Timothy, 38, from Charlotte, North Carolina, and Jennifer, 25, from Columbia, Benjamin, 33, from Phoenix, Arizona, and Akinyi, 25, from Kenya, Darcey, 44, from Middletown, Connecticut, and Tom, 39, from United Kingdom, Avery Mills, 19, from Columbus, Ohio, and Omar Al-Bakr, 24, from Syria, Angela Deem, 53, from Hazelhurst, Georgia, and Michael Ilasami, 29, from Nigeria, Caesar Mack, 46, from Jacksonville, North Carolina, and Maria, 28, from Ukraine, and Rebecca Parrott, 47, from Canton, Georgia, and Zeed, 26, from Tunisia. Below is an update on each 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days couple based on the latest episode of Season 3. Rebecca had been in Tunisia for a few days, and she said being with Zeed in person was amazing. Rebecca still had so much to learn about Zeed, but she was hoping she could gain insight from his friends while attending a local soccer game. Rebecca wanted to leave Zeed's country engaged, but she worried his friends might not accept or approve of her. Zeed apparently had the same concerns, especially since only one of Zeed's friends spoke a little bit of English. Zeed's friends thought Rebecca looked younger than 47 in her photos, so they were surprised. After a few stressful days following Rebecca's move, Rebecca and Zeed planned to go out at night and enjoy some drinks together. Zeed, however, didn't like Rebecca dressing so sexy, saying women in Tunisia dressed more conservatively. Rebecca didn't like to see this controlling side of Zeed, but he explained she had to dress different in his country. Rebecca, however, told the cameras she was not going to allow a man to tell her what she can or cannot wear ever again. Rebecca told Zeed everything was going to be okay and she didn't want to fight. Rebecca said she gave up her identity and opinion for her soon-to-be ex-husband from Morocco, and so she'd never do that again for a man. Her ex-husband apparently didn't even like her to wear makeup or show her hair. When the couple went out, Zeed wasn't happy and they apparently argued on the way to a hookah lounge. Rebecca just wanted to have fun and be herself, so she asked Zeed to love her the way she is. Rebecca saw this as a big red flag, because Zeed's behavior mirrored how her ex used to treat her. Rebecca wasn't sure whether Zeed would also try to tell her what to wear in America, but Zeed insisted he was acting this way just because she was in Tunisia. Rebecca said her relationship wasn't going to work if Zeed continued to be jealous and controlling, because she was sick and tired of being told what to do. And Florian also have their problems. Just when Stacy thought she had her own happily ever after in the bag, she found out that Florian was caught in suggestive photos with another woman who was mostly nude, and now she may be facing a cheating scandal. Stacy is very hurt and says if she and Florian do not marry, she cannot fathom the thought. Later, a heartbroken Stacy says through her tears that it is over. Stacy, however, still has her sister Darcey for support. In a previous interview with Entertainment Tonight, Darcey talked about how tight-knit she and her twin are, which is not surprising. Many twins seem to have an almost psychic connection to each other, knowing when the other is hurt or sometimes even in danger or ill, and Darcey hoped for a spin-off featuring herself and her twin sister. Darcey wants people to see a little more of her and Stacy's story, the past, the present, and the future. As all siblings do, they have their moments, but in the end, they love each other and want the best for each other. Watch for the newest 90 Day Fiancé family show, Darcey and Stacy, and check back here often for all the latest news, updates, and gossip about all your fave 90 Day Fiancé shows and stars. Rita Ryan. Rita Ryan has been writing since the age of 13, starting with songs and later short plays and articles. In her teenage years, she was known as Rita Lorraine and tried to get into the country music recording industry in the 1970s and later the gospel music industry in the 1990s. Now, she concentrates her writing on soap opera spoilers, specializing in General Hospital, aspires to write a series of family-friendly mysteries in the Hallmark movies and mysteries style, and the rest of her time is spent being grandma to her 3 grandchildren and cat mama to Molly and Missy. She is married to her childhood sweetheart, whom she rediscovered after 30 years apart. 90 Day Fiancé star Darcey Silva and her identical twin sister Stacy Silva will be starring in their very own TLC spin-off this summer, and the network has announced its premiere date. TLC announced Darcey and Stacy, which will document the women's personal lives when it comes to family, love, and dating, will premiere Sunday, August 16th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time, following a new episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, as 5th season. Viewers will get to know the sisters on a whole new level, their lives, their loves, and their supportive family members on the new show, according to TLC. On Season 3 of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, Darcey was shown traveling to England to pursue what she believed would be a fairy tale romance with Tom, a British charmer who had become her friend first when he helped her get through her difficult breakup with Jessie. Darcey and Tom fell in love during her trip, but their flame quickly fizzled out once Darcey returned to the United States and attempted to make a long-distance relationship work but was only met halfway with Tom's efforts. Tom also apparently fell in love with another woman named Shannon, whom he met during Fashion Week in Milan, during his time apart from Darcey in 2019. Each of Darcey's attempts to find lasting love ended in tears and a broken heart, but her sister Stacy, who is engaged to a man in Albania named Florian, was always there to lend a shoulder to cry on. Stacy has also joined Darcey on 90 Day Fiancé, Pillow Talk, and the girls recently appeared and provided some laughs on 90 Day Fiancé, Self-Quarantined. For the past 4 seasons of our record-breaking series before the 90 days, fans have become obsessed with Darcey and her twin sister Stacy. They have clamored to follow along further on their quest for true love, TLC President Howard Lee said in a statement. One of the reasons for the success of the 90 Day franchise is the raw, real, and captivating individuals who share their stories with us. Darcey and Stacy don't hold back. They live life out loud. We cannot wait to share their next chapter in this all-new series. Darcey and Stacy will feature Darcey healing and moving on from her relationship with Tom as she searches for a new love while Stacy gears up for the next step in her TLC 90 Day Fiance spoilers finds that fans have seen Darcey and Stacy Silva for several seasons. Darcey has had many ups and downs in her relationships, and Stacy has stood by her no matter what. The twins are one another's best friend, and now they have great news to share. They will be featured in a spin-off about love and family. Darcey and Stacy will air on August 16th on TLC. The show will give us a much closer look at the lives of Darcey and Stacy. It will focus on their lives and what they do day to day with their family. We will see Darcey's two daughters, Aniko and Aspen, along with Mike and Nancy, the parents. Darcey couldn't wait to share the news. I'm really super excited about the new show and very grateful to TLC. I've had a long journey with relationships, and now that I've fully concluded my Jesse and Tom stories, I am finally excited about what the future holds. I am at a stage in my life where I am happy with my life and I'm staying strong for me and my daughters and my family. And I'm so excited to dive deeper into our family life on the show, past, present, and future. Stacy told fans, "I can't wait for audiences to meet my mom. She's a riot. She's so cute and she has so much love for everybody. We all call her Nana, and she's been so helpful to Darcey and me. Our father, the patriarch of our family, is someone we've always looked up to. It's really special that we will be able to show them off in our new show. We will also get to meet Florian, who is Stacy's fiance. He is from Albania and is living in Connecticut while he waits for the wedding. There have been rumors that he has cheated on Stacy and pictures leaked online, so you will get some drama on the show, for sure." Stacy gave a small update on him. "Right now, Florian and I are really excited to see what the future holds for us. I can confirm that his visa has been approved." Darcey added in, "I've known Florian for some time now and I'm happy for Stacy. All that matters to me is that she's happy in the end. We both really cheer each other on and want one another to be happy and that we're in the right type of relationship. There's a lot of speculation out there, but I want." "Everything's fine now," assured Georgie. By now, sharing their life with the series' adoring fanbase has become routine. "I like sharing my story and my journey because hopefully I can help someone else," said Darcey, noting that it's not hard for her to be her authentic self on camera. "I forget the cameras are there sometimes." For his part, Georgie admits that although he is never nervous about sharing their relationship with the world, he does get anxious thinking about what their friends and family have to say. "I get nervous about how the people react, especially the closest people to us," admitted Georgie. Because their relationship has been documented on reality TV since its inception, Georgie knows that the show is a part of their love story. "We want to share that with everybody," said Georgie. Darcey Silva, "I enjoy doing it. It's not hard for me to be raw, real, and authentic on camera. It's just who I am. I forget the cameras are there sometimes. I like sharing my story and my journey because hopefully I can help someone else. It's a blessing to be able to film. It's a form of therapy for me. While watching our relationship on the show can hurt, it has definitely helped us fix things because we can see where we need to change patterns or behaviors." Georgie Rusev, "I'm never nervous about sharing our relationship. I get nervous about how the people react, especially the closest people to us like our family and friends. Though I like sharing our life. That's our love story. We want to share that with everybody." In People's exclusive sneak peek at the Season 9 premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Darcey marks her 50th birthday with a toast alongside husband Georgie. Georgie avoids saying Darcey's age during the toast, but insists he isn't afraid to say her age. Later on, Georgie reveals that he and Darcey are going to Bulgaria, where Darcey will be the first woman he's ever introduced to his parents. Darcey and Georgie are back on 90 Day Fiancé, and they're marking two big milestones together. In People's exclusive sneak peek at the Season 9 premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Georgie avoids saying Darcey's age as they toast to her 50th birthday during a romantic dinner. "It's my birthday," Darcey exclaims as she and Georgie clink their glasses together. "Happy birthday to my beautiful wife for your birthday," Georgie replies, pausing briefly before finishing his sentence. I don't want to say the age. TLC's 90 Day Fiancé stars Darcey and Stacy Silva now have their own spin-off series, Darcey and Stacy, where fans can watch the two sisters each try to navigate their own love lives while staying closely intertwined with each other. But how old are the sisters? More importantly, how old are their boyfriends? Are the Silva sisters cougars? Darcey and Stacy are entrepreneurs, owning their own fashion house and brand, the House of 11, which they founded in 2012, worn by stars such as Demi Lovato and Nicki Minaj. Before the House of 11, the sisters co-founded an entertainment production company called 11 Entertainment. Television viewers first became familiar with Darcey Silva when she appeared on 90 Day Fiancé in 2017 when she was dating Jesse Meester. Then, when that relationship disintegrated, she tried another one with Tom Brooks on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days. Recently, Darcey spoke with Entertainment Tonight, contrasting her relationships with the two men. She described her relationship with Jesse as fiery, toxic, and passionate. She described her relationship with Tom as more of an emotional friendship. Now she is dating a 33-year-old Bulgarian man, Georgie Rusev, who has lived in the United States for many years. Fans also saw Stacy on 90 Day Fiancé as a strong support system for Darcey. On the spin-off, Darcey and Stacy, we see Stacy and her relationship with her fiancé Florian Sukic, who has been involved in a bit of a scandal recently, serious enough for him to get a talking to by the twins' father Mike Silva. It seems that Florian was in some scandalous photographs online with another woman. However, Stacy forgave him when he brought her chocolate and strawberries, but that's not the end.